Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. And be comfortable yourself and relax your body. So once we get connect with our other network, we ready to start the session for today. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. For some students, maybe they're not going to hear the bell sound because we are going live on Zoom, and it has this program has this noise cancellation activated. So because of that, you may not going to hear the bell sound. So if you cannot hear the sound, just keep relax your body and be silent and observe the silence. Let your body to settle down as it is. So do nothing extra. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, in these ongoing meditation sessions, we are mainly focusing to informations what we have related to how to practice meditation. So when it comes to meditation, there are basically two meditation techniques, mental cultures, bhavana methods. So one is tranquility meditation, another one called the vipassana meditation. So the tranquility meditation is help us to tranquilize the mind, calm down the mind, keep our mind in one point. So another way it called the chitta bhavana also. And the vipassana level, it's about the insight. Deeply, thoroughly observe and recognize how things come to be as they are related to our experience. So when it comes to tranquility meditation, that meditation has a nature always follow a structure, always following the pattern. That's why we can teach it. You can learn it. Tranquility meditation, you can learn. So observing inhalation, exhalation, or maybe loving kindness meditation, contemplate on certain things. So those are, we can teach and you can practice through the techniques because it has a pattern, method, format. When it comes to vipassana meditation, actually the vipassana meditation we cannot teach. So the vipassana meditation, first you have to understand, and then by practicing you have to develop it. So as example, just imagine you are practicing some kind of sports, or as example, boxing. So the coach can teach you how to do certain techniques. But just imagine you go into the ring and you're going to have an actual fight, then the coach cannot do anything. Even yourself, you cannot just keep doing the techniques there. So you have to have the ability to bring the applications and apply and according to necessary cause and conditions. So for that, your mind need to be completely free from all the techniques. Otherwise, you cannot do it. So if you are a runner, of course, before the event, you can train it. You can train. You can think about your body, muscles, and the speed, and that's everything. But when it go to the actual event, when you're ready to run, in that very moment, even you cannot keep thinking about running. You have to be free from running to win the race. So Vipassana also, I gave you this kind of like a very mundane level of example to understand it. So then always remember that whatever you know, when you do something, you're not going to do it according to the way you know. You have to be free from your knowing. Even at home, when you cook, the same. You have all the experience, but when you really, that tomorrow when you're going to cook, your mind need to be completely free from that all the experience that you have. So otherwise you're going to have a struggle to repeat the experience. Then that whatever you make maybe you're going to make mistakes. So that's why. So in the beginning, we develop a disciplined mind to be calm, relaxed, undisturbed, and then we go to a level to make the mind completely free without becoming biased to any pattern, any method, any culture, any tradition. the mind 100% itself become free. So with that freedom, with that clarity, you observe your inner experience, and when it comes to that form, feeling, perception, volition, recognition. So that head to toes, that yourself as who you are, what you experience each and every moment, you deeply recognize it. So these two meditation techniques work in two different ways. So the tranquility meditation work in the very mundane level, in a kind of like a conventional level. But when it comes to the vipassana level, it directly take you to the supermundane level, or it has a connection to take you towards the higher wisdom. And another way that it's kind of like we call it transcendental wisdom. So in day-to-day life, that what we experience also a knowledge. But out of why you have to practice vipassana? Because tranquility meditation enough. Calming down, relaxing, having undisturbed mind is enough for you. Why you need more higher knowledge or wisdom? Why this transcendental wisdom important for us? Why we need this super mundane level wisdom important for us? Why we need this emotional emotional level of wisdom? Tranquility level, as ordinary people, we can use it, we can survive. Why then we have to go into a higher level? Why we have to practice higher level of wisdom? So when it comes to this transcendental level of wisdom, transcendental, from one place to higher place. So it takes us to know very clear understanding regarding beyond this conventional level of experience. So it is a kind of like it is a profound understanding or insight that goes beyond ordinary or particular knowledge. Transcendental, supermundane, eternal level, eternal truth. That is not the conventional level of that what you experience. And another thing is that eternal level of wisdom means, that transcendental level of wisdom means, immortal level of wisdom means, it take you beyond limitations of this environment, conventional level, things, and at the same time, we are depending on this perception. So it take you beyond that. And another thing is, in the conventional level of knowledge, is very limited to conventional things. But in the higher level of wisdom or transcendental level of wisdom or supermundane wisdom is allow you to understand regarding the existence and the consciousness and the world and the universe beyond our perception. Because in the very mundane level of wisdom, help us to be normal and just we can maintain this ordinary level of life. And it's a kind of like a day-to-day knowledge, or it's a limited to becoming intellectual with informations. So why then we need this kind of knowledge? That's why we then need to practice vipassana. Why this tranquility meditation also is just not enough? Because the tranquility meditation used to be before the Buddha. The Buddha is the one who introduced this vipassana meditation. Beyond the structure, beyond the pattern, to make your mind 100% complete, free from bias, dogmas, and with that clarity to observe. So that observation take you to transcendental wisdom or supermundane wisdom, immortal wisdom, eternal wisdom. So our question here is why we need that. The reason why we need it, because at least when you know, when you experience something with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, when you experience, because that experience we take as reality. When we experience something in the moment, basically ordinary person take that experience as the truth. Listen this very carefully, because it's going to untangle one of the greatest, heaviest puzzle. So when we, in an ordinary level, when we experience, in the intellectual level, when we experience something, we take it as the truth. But now, when you are practicing vipassana level, you are not become very limited to this mundane level of knowledge or intellectual understanding. Even though you experience it, while you experience that your reality in the moment, in the present moment, you know there is a more higher level of wisdom. That knowing itself disconnect you from the moment of experience that you believe as the truth. What does that mean? That means when you experience something, if you know there is a more higher level of wisdom, in the moment, you're not going to hold or grasp or clinging to the moment of experience, believing it is the ultimate truth. So that means that wisdom will make you free from the moment of experience. Why you need that freedom? Because what we experience out of our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind in the present moment, and we take it as the reality, and we believe it as the truth, and that believing create a experiencer. That experiencer come with the identity called I am. So that is where that your viewpoint, self-centered view, became so strong, because when you experience something, you believed it as the truth. And then you go for it. So your viewpoint hold it to that, believing it is truth, and then it creates that you are capable to develop any kind of reaction towards it to get it. But now what happens? Now it completely shift your view to very different level. Because while you experience in the very conventional level of world, in the very mundane level of knowledge, in this intellectual level of knowledge, while you are experiencing, you are not bound to it, and you know there is something beyond it. So that will detach you from the self-centered mind. So it makes you free. There is no way to develop an idea called I am. So I think it's now it's very clear for you. Another thing is, it is not just the viewpoint. Once your viewpoint shift, just imagine everything going to change. Just imagine happiness. We are depending on this conventional level with these material things and looking for happiness and satisfaction, freedom. That all are mundane level of knowledge. That when it comes to happiness, the happiness different person to person. Freedom per different person to person. Satisfaction, it's different person to person. But in day-to-day life, we don't take it as like that. We think, oh, when it comes to my happiness, I think that should be the only thing in the world. My freedom, I think that should be the only thing in the world. My satisfaction, I think that should be the only thing in the world. But now what happens? Now you shift to different level. Now your view is not hold or grasping or clinging or stuck with the conventional level. So then, even though we look for the happiness, satisfaction, freedom, through these conventional things, we are not become limited to that. Because we know this make us happy right now, right here in this conventional world, but there is something more higher, happiness. So that is why this vipassana meditation is very, very important, because it makes us free from this mundane level. It makes us free from this conventional level of knowledge. It makes us free from this habitual intellectual pattern. So that freedom is the very necessary key for you to move forward. because we are biased to ourselves. We are itself prisoner to our own habits, our believing system. And our believings itself, our culture, tradition, our environment create a pattern inside us. Now it is a dogma that which we cannot become free or disconnect. And we all are keep moving with it, repeating it. And whoever comes, then all the newcomers, all the babies, we somehow try to feed them that what we keep doing. But now you become free from that and you shift to different level. And in that level, that wisdom is always related to freedom of the mind, clarity, without becoming biased to something. It will make you free from the idea of I am or self. I give you another very simple example. Just imagine, when I see through my eyes, then I know I see it. So that's how normally we go with this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind experience. That what I experience through my eye, I take as seeing. So what you see or what you hear, you take as the hearing or seeing. So that seeing, that hearing, that smell, that taste, that feelings related to your self-centered mind, because you are the one who experience it. I am the one who experienced this. So that is the very mundane level, that is the very intellectual level, that is very common level of, that is a very ordinary level of understanding. But in the vipassana level, the seeing is different, hearing is different. How it is different? Just imagine it like this. Now you are the one who, your consciousness inside your body, and you are the one who think I see through my eye. So now take your consciousness above your head and experience it, and just contemplate how the scene happening itself. It doesn't matter your eye or someone else's eye or someone else's ear or someone else's nose or tongue or your ear. How the hearing happening, how the seeing happening as a process. So that eye, that ear, that nose is completely free from the idea of I experience, I hear, I smell, I taste. So then seeing, the very process of seeing, how you know, have you ever thought without the self-centered mind? So the way that seeing happening to you, the same thing happening to all the human beings. Million years ago, if there were human beings, the process the same. And all the living beings, all the human beings today, they all the seeing, the happening the same way. And all the future, in the future, millions after, years after, any person experience something through eye, the seeing, the process, the same. See, that's a different knowledge. That is a different wisdom. It's not bound to anything. But I see, I hear, I smell, I taste, I feel is related to me. It's a personal experience. So then try to understand that higher level, the very process. Because in this conventional level, if we don't have that higher, at least just hearing, there is another wisdom, there is a higher wisdom, will make you little bit free from the moment of experience. Otherwise, you just go and take it. So there are three kind of mistakes we does when we don't know if there is a higher wisdom. When if there is no super mundane level of wisdom. If we don't know there is a transcendental wisdom, we make three mistakes. What are those three mistakes? We think or look at things and we take them as in whole. So as example, when it comes to this cup, I take this cup as a whole cup. That is one mistake we does. So we can go step by step later why it become a mistake. So we take anything that whatever we experience, we take it as a whole. And the second mistake is we always look at things or look at them as permanent. So whatever we experience with our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, we take it as permanent. The third mistake, we take them as independent. So those are the three mistakes we does. We take it as whole, we take it as permanent, we take it as independent. Anything related to eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. So that whatever go inward, so that is outward, to go inward as form, feeling, perception, volition, recognition. So why it is a mistake when we take it as a whole? So just imagine this hand. So I take this hand as a whole. But when it come to hand, it became hand as a result of many parts. Skin, muscles, bones, veins, blood. So many parts. Together, now we can see this as hand. But when we look at things, we don't take it like that. If we take it like parts, we don't go crazy for things. Even just imagine, when it comes to any material things, or even any person, we always take that as whole, not as part. But that is the very conventional level of knowledge. So, but what happened when you have the, the higher wisdom, this transcendental wisdom, you are capable to go beyond that, what you experience. You are capable to go beyond that, your reality. So then when you see a person, you don't go crazy. You start to see the skin, bones, muscles, blood. So this all physically and mentally also. Inside the nice person, there is a demon maybe. Inside the demon, maybe there is an angel. So different mental qualities. Maybe we look like nice by psychopath, crazy person. Maybe look like a crazy person, but inside, very intelligent person. So like that, when it comes to that, what you experience as whole, you are not going to become very limited to that. Why? Because your viewpoint is totally shift to different level. You know, beyond that you experience there is something. Then itself, it make you free, liberate from the moment. And the second one, that we always think that this everything as permanent. So this cup, I think yesterday the cup was this is the same cup. Last week I had a cup and that's the same cup here. So like that, when it come to me, this is me, I am from birth to now, this is me. So last month, so this everything used to be those same things here now. So we think like permanent, but we don't see the change happening all the time. Last month, that whatever we had not today, it already gone. So once you know that, while you are experiencing, while you having this cup, oh, this is my cup, and I take it as the whole, and then I think it's permanent. So then by the time it become old, and one day I pull the water and hold by handle, then the handle break. So then I never thought that handle is a part of this cup. So I took this handle also as the cup. But now it's separate. Why it's separate? After becoming old, this became weak. That weakness never happened overnight. Every day it used to happen. But suddenly I experience it. And then I think, oh, my cup broken. Or maybe imagine somebody come and hold it and pour the water and break it. Oh, then I say maybe, oh, you broke my cup. Why I say that? I believe the whole cup as one. And I believe that cup as permanent. So like that, you can apply it to everything around you. Because once you shift your mind, once you go to a higher level, remember, your mind not going to go down. That is the beauty of this transcendental wisdom, higher level of wisdom, vipassana level of wisdom, super mundane wisdom. eternal level of wisdom. Once you achieve, it's not going to come down. And other thing is, we take things as independent. Just imagine this body. We think I am independent, but you are not independent like that. There are million things. We need to maintain this body like this. Water. First thing is the air, water, food, and many other comfort. Many things. Then just imagine. Your body is not independent. It always depending from things. From million things. Physically, mentally, emotionally, we are always depending from things. So then just imagine when you depend from something, even this in this very moment, this computer, this mic, this phone, this anything, this bell, this everything, not independent. They are depending on this table, this moment, that what you see as a picture, this video is not independent. It's depending from many things. It depending from the camera and the entire process of this inside the computer, mechanism related to this camera, and the lighting, the heat, the energy. Here in this very one, and while you are watching it, see that moment of experience come out of many things. So then this your moment of action is not independent action. It is a result of many actions. If you understand that, in that very moment you become liberated from the idea of I experience. I am. This is what liberation. If you are capable to liberate your experience from the idea of I am, you are liberated. Because without experience, this I cannot exist. So then what we do out of eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, through the experience, we are feeding to the idea of I am, I am, I am. That is where the self becomes strong. See, why it happened to us like that? Because we never thought there is something beyond that. So then we took this everything as permanent, solid, independent, as a whole. But now, when you come to the tranquilized meditation and now you go to the vipassana level and you heard, oh, there is another wisdom. There is a transcendental wisdom. There is something beyond that what we experience. There is something beyond this conventional level of knowledge. There is something beyond that generalized ideas. Because we generalize this or that experience. But now you know there is something beyond. So then what happens? When you experience it, you are not become limited to that experience. So then you become free from it. So little by little, try to grab this idea. It's a very beautiful idea. It's a very beautiful knowledge. It's a very beautiful information. It's a very beautiful intellectual path until you experience it. It's a very conventional level of path until you experience. Because once you experience it, it's going to become wisdom. Once it becomes wisdom, it not anymore belong to this conventional level of things. So because then you become free from that. That is what the wisdom does. Wisdom never try to make you hold or make you a very limited person. The very nature of the true wisdom, it take you to experience the highest. It take you to the very boundless experience, limitless experience. It never make you a prisoner through that experience. That is the beauty of the wisdom. So that's why when you have the time, when you have opportunity, give some times and listen and try to practice little by little, little by little, and try to develop that wisdom in you and gain the experience. Once it become experience, it's going to be there with you. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say so patveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. So when you observe the inhalation, exhalation, bring your attention, your awareness to in front of your nose and your upper lip area, and allow your inhalations, exhalations happens naturally as it is. Don't try to interfere with it. Don't try to involving with it. Don't try to control, or don't try to make it happen the way you want. Just allow your inhalations, exhalation happens as it is. And when it happens, just recognize. So do nothing extra. So in the beginning, deeply and gently breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happens naturally as it is, and recognize it. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all six directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha Dhamma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ettavata cha ammehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Imaya dhammanu dhamma patipattiya buddhang pujemi dhammang pujemi sanghang pujemi. Addaya imaya patipattiya jati jara vyadi maranam ha paribundhiswami. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.